My name is Barbara Morgan, and I wanted to share my story of my experience using Authentic Concepts to redesign our kitchen. We are a family of 6 and needed a kitchen that was both aesthetically pleasing and extremely functional. My husband and I both enjoy cooking, and we spend a lot of time in our kitchen, and we cook most of our meals for our family at home. My experience with Glenn from the beginning was wonderful. Meet some other designers, and I kind of walked away with some concerns that I definitely did not have when I initially met Glenn from Authentic Concepts. Glenn made me feel like I could trust him and rely on him, and I knew from the beginning that everything was going to go well, and it absolutely did. The quality of the cabinets that Glenn uses is amazing. He was able to help me with what type of design would provide me with the most function with the amount of space that I had. One of the things I really liked about working with Glenn is that he designed my kitchen by actually standing in the room. The other places I had been to just wanted me to bring measurements, and the designer himself never came into the room to see my space. Glenn stood in the room, and he measured it, and he spoke to me about what I would like in my kitchen and what would help make my kitchen the most functional. And I really believe that is one of the reasons why we got the wonderful results that we did. The quality of the cabinets that Glenn uses is wonderful. They are auto-closing drawers and self-closing doors, which is wonderful. You don't hear any slamming. They feel really nice. He also has advised me on the best way to take care of them. The cabinet installers that Glenn used were wonderful. They were absolutely meticulous, they were professional, and they also understood that we were living in the space that they were working in. So they were very considerate of us having to kind of live around them working. And I've been very happy with the quality of work they did. Glenn was wonderful with helping me pick out my fixtures and my handles. I didn't have to kind of go here and there. Glenn was able to provide all of that for me. He connected me up with a place to purchase a sink at the best possible price. He was wonderful about picking things up and bringing them to the site. I didn't have to go chasing things down myself, which was really helpful because we weren't just doing a kitchen redesign, we were also moving in, and we were, of course, acclimating to our new environment, and, with a house full of children, it was just really helpful that I could count on him for anything. I just called him up, and he would take care of it for me. We visited a couple other options for our kitchen makeover. One was another private designer, and one was a big box store. With the big box store, I will tell you that the prices were no better. They were no less than what I got with the one-on-one through Authentic Concepts. I was also feeling very much like I was kind of on my own dealing with the big box store. They don't come to your house until basically it's time to put everything in, and I was concerned with the amount of the investment we were making in this kitchen that I wasn't going to have the really personal touch that I felt I should have had. So I walked away from the big box store feeling very nervous and not comfortable with what that experience was going to bring me. And with Glenn, he was in the room, he was looking at the room for maximum functionality, which is ultimately what I wanted. Glenn was wonderful with helping me with purchasing my appliances. He gave me some really good advice, which to this day I'm really grateful for, because everything that he also was, on it with all the specs and helping me with, I went from having a microwave above my range to having a 36-inch gas range, which required a hood and an exhaust and a duct system. And Glenn was really helpful. He's got obviously a background in construction along with kitchen design. So he was able to answer a lot of my questions, things that my husband and I didn't know, with helping advise us on the proper, next thing we need to do to be ready for each step of the install. It was just something that I really don't believe I would have gotten if I had gone with a big box store. I would have been very much on my own, and I'm really grateful and very glad that I chose Glenn and his company, because I got a perfect kitchen that we're